Hey, a while back I decided to electrify my kayak, and before I did, I reviewed a bunch of YouTubes to see other projects, other folks who have electrified their kayaks. Most of them seem to prefer to put the motor just on the stern. The upside of that is it gives good steering, okay? You got good leverage on the boat, steering from the stern. But one downside having the motor on the back is if you get into some seagrass, which I get into a lot on Lake Havasu, especially during the summer months, it gets really bad and you get a lot of prop fouling. And if you got a stern motor, you can't clear your prop. So what are you going to do? You're going to jump overboard and clear your prop and get back in and go? No, I didn't want to go there. So I decided to go with a side-mounted thrusters. And because that way I can clear the prop from my seat. Some of the YouTube guys, they'd put one motor, okay, one trolling motor on one side of their kayak. The problem with that is they have to relocate their battery to compensate for the weight, and also it seemed to torque the kayak quite a bit. So I decided to go with two trolling motors, one on each side, and they've been working out real good. But the only problem that I'm having with them is that because of the prop rotation, it tends to move the kayak to the left, to the port. And, so I'd have to variably speed control to get it back on course. I'd slow down the right engine, and then I'd get back on course, and I'd fire it back up, and I'd tootle along, and now I'm drifting to the left, and then I slow this motor down, and I come back in, and so on and so forth. So I'm going like this. So, but I really didn't want to put a rudder on it, but that's forcing me into it. The other thing I like about putting the thruster motors on the side is that I can clear the props from the seat. And during the summer, there's a lot of seagrass in Lake Havasu, and it mats on the surface. You got to navigate through the mats, and even when you navigate through the mats, if you get into the shallows, you still have prop fouling. So, the side-mounted thrusters are working out pretty good, except for the torquing to the left, so I decided I needed to put a rudder on it. So this video will show you how I put my rudder on. Okay, when I transport and when I launch the kayak, I have it in this position here. And when I get it in the water, I just release the rudder and I just manually deploy it down. And then I've got this little piece of bungee here that I slip over the prop and then clip it into the I-ring, and that keeps the prop stable so the water forces won't change the rudder position. Okay? And then I just have a clevis pin and a push rod. I had some leftover aluminum that I cobbled together this bracket, and that seems to be working out pretty good. To control some tension so that the water pressure wouldn't change the position of the prop when underway, I wrapped some bungee cord over the top of the push-pull shaft and around the bracket, and that gives it resistance. And so if I need more resistance, if I find that the water is moving the rudder on, when I'm moving along, then I'll wrap some more bungee on it. But I think this resistance is going to keep the rudder in good position. Just a bunch of bungee just wrapped around the rod and around the mounting shaft. And I think that's going to work out pretty good. Control of the rudder is pretty good. It's just a push-pull. If you want to go right, you push forward. You want to go left, you push it back, forward, right, left, right, left, stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. There you go, man. Pretty simple. Yeah, when I need to clear the prop, all I can do from the seat is move the motor up here like that and then reach down and clear the prop. and then just kick the motor back down, and we're off again. It's good. Next thing I need to do is get it out in the water and test out the rudder. The motor's been working real good. I've had it out about 10 times, and kayak's running real good except for that left drift. So now I think this rudder is going to solve that problem, and I'm looking forward to getting back out on the lake. See you on the water. Alright, hey, I just finished testing the rudder, and she works beautifully, man. Very little adjustment, change course, really nice, real simple. Oh man, set it, hands off, just cruising, so sweet, man. The rudder made a big difference, really big difference. So, Lake Havasu is a beautiful place to kayak, man. I love this place. So, hey, I'll see you on the water, or I'll see you in the air. See ya, bye.